Welcome to Love Notes, your Friday night ritual inside the Passion Zone. I'm Allie Theiss, and tonight we're slowing things down to talk about a kind of love that doesn't nearly get enough praise. The love that stays. Right. It's not the love that rushes in fast, or the love that dazzles loudly but disappears when they ghost you. Not the love that only shows up when things are easy, light, and well, uncomplicated. But the love that stays when emotions deepen, when pace slows down, when life can get a bit messy, when novelty fades and reality sets in. Oh, yeah, that is a wake up call. Tonight's episode is called The Love That Stays because staying isn't passive, it's a choice, right? So many people were taught to chase intensity, to equate anxiety with passion, to believe that calm meant boredom. But intensity is not intimacy. Staying is. Oh, yes, indeedy do. And I'd like to welcome you to what is today, February 6th, 2026, here on Love Notes. The wind is blowing, and so is the snow here in Ohio. And if I disappear all of a sudden, that's what happened. The snow and the wind took my electricity. And I really hope that does not happen because it'll be very cold. And I'm beginning really not to like the cold, which is a surprise for me because it's always been something that I've enjoyed in the past, but not right now. Too much snow, too much cold, and I'm ready for spring to hit. I don't know about anybody else around here, but that's what I'm looking forward to. And I want to let you know that I put love notes on Substack. Oh, yes, I did. It is it's called Love Notes Uncensored and it's on Substack. That's where these episodes are at. And provided I have time to write, I am writing notes about love notes. So it's I love love. And I most certainly love the old passionate way we used to communicate via love notes. So I'm talking about that over at Love Notes Uncensored on Substack. Yes, I am. So let's go forward with the poem for tonight. It's from Love Letters from an Impossible Land by Kaveh Akbar. Don't want the kind of love that arrives like a storm and leaves like silence. I want the kind that learns the weight of my quiet and doesn't flinch. I want the love that stays, not because it's afraid to go, but because it knows where it belongs. Oh, yes, indeedy do. This poem speaks to a deep, often unspoken desire. We don't just want to be wanted. A lot of us want to be kept, not trapped, not controlled, but chosen again and again, especially when things are, well, normal and ordinary. Staying doesn't mean settling, it means committing to presence. Tonight is about honoring the kind of love that doesn't leave when the adrenaline fades. Yes, indeedy do. Oh, thank you for the roses. I just noticed the roses, Alex. Thank you so much. I love them. Love them, love them. And I have my cats are sitting here watching, which is kind of weird. But what's not weird is tonight's first dedication. Oh yes, the first dedication comes from Rachel in Ohio, and she writes, "You don't disappear when I need you, and that changed everything for me." Oh wow! And she requested that I play "Everywhere" by Fleetwood Mac, a Gen X favorite for sure. Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. And if you were joining me live, you might have seen me lift a white and gray cat up and out. That is Sweepy. She has never made an appearance on camera before, so this was her first camera appearance in 13 years. Um, she has not been the friendliest soul. She is Zena's mama, and she has not been the friendliest soul in the world, that cat. But when I told her years ago, Sweet Pea, someday you and I are going to be good friends. Well, 13 years later, now we are. I can't believe it took 13 years for that cat to trust me, but what can I say? Sometimes love really is worth the wait. And with this song, Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac, consistency is one of the most unrated love language. It looks like, well, answering text messages without delays, without playing games with each other, checking in without being prompted, staying emotionally available. Oh, yes, even when days are boring. Consistency tells your nervous system you don't have to brace. Okay? And drop me an emoji in the chat if you're joining me live, if reliability feels a bit romantic now. I'm sure it does. I know I love yep, relatability. Nope. Reliability. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. I can definitely tell it is a Friday evening here in Ohio, which brings us to the romance book spotlight of the week. This week, we're going to talk about Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This came out long time ago, 2013. Boy, that was a good year. And this story, this love story, it's very interesting. It doesn't romanticize perfection. It doesn't. It honors endurance, which is fabulous. It explores love just not as a flash in the pan or a single chapter, but as something that echoes and continues and reshapes you even after loss. The book reminds us that love that stays isn't always loud and in your face. Sometimes it's quiet, private, and deeply internal. If you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me a heart or something here in the chat. If love feels truer when it's been tested and survived. Yes, I know you. I know what you're thinking. Yes. And in fact, I know what you're thinking so much. You're like, where is dedication number two? Well, we are coming up to that. Dedication number two, well, this is from Daniel in Vermont. And he writes, you didn't try to fix me, you stayed. That's perfect, isn't it? You didn't try to fix me, and you stayed. Which means they fell in love with him exactly the way he is. And that's how love should be. You shouldn't want to change one another because nobody wants to change unless, well, they want to. If they are looking forward to the change and want the change, that's when they'll do it. Trying to have somebody else change you, right, Zena Louina? It never happens. And then it's a fight, and then it's a breakup, and then your heart hurts. So love somebody for who they are, not for who you'd hope they'd be. And the song that Daniel in Vermont dedicated is "Make You Feel My Love" by Adele. This is a very good song, and I Feel My Love by Adele. Excellent, excellent song here from Daniel to his love. And if you want to make a dedication, say you're like, how does somebody get in on this? I'll let you know. If you're listening to the podcast version of this, just look below in the show's notes and you will find the link for your dedication. If you're listening to me live here on TikTok, just go to my profile, click on the link. It'll take you to my link page. And the second link down, I believe, is for the dedications. And the wonderful thing about making a dedication for people is when I say the name and I put the song out, Um, you pop into their head, if just for a moment. It's up to them if they keep thinking about you, but you pop in, all right? Whether you have never met, um, just saw each other in passing, say on the subway or on the bus, or maybe you're on a flight together, on the train, maybe from DC to New York City. Um, Maybe you had somebody in high school that you just loved but never took that chance. Maybe you were completely in love with somebody and you got married and it didn't work out, or you moved in together and it didn't work. Maybe somebody unfortunately passed away. So there's all different types of love that we can send dedications to. And if you don't know what song to pick, no worries, I'll pick one for you. And if you would rather pick the song but not say a dedication, that's absolutely perfect too. It's whatever you're comfortable with. All right? I'm here for you. Now, with this past song, there's intimacy in being allowed to feel without being rushed, isn't there? Not every emotion needs to have a solution. Not every tear needs advice. Sometimes just staying around without trying to fix everything is the most loving act a person can do. If you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me an emoji in the chat, maybe a heart. Love those hearts. If being witnessed mattered more than something being solved, right? Right. So let's move forward here, shall we, to tonight's desire drop, which is consistency is the spark. This is about rewriting what we think creates attraction. Ask yourself, who shows up even when nothing exciting is happening? Who remains emotionally present without chasing or withdrawing? Where does desire deepen when you feel safe instead of alert? Give those a moment to think over. Who shows up when nothing exciting is happening? That's important. Who remains emotionally present without chasing or withdrawing back? And where does desire deepen when you feel safe instead of alert? Huh? Good questions, don't you think? I thought they were. Because desire doesn't only come from novelty. No, it doesn't. It also comes from trust. When your body expects presence instead of abandonment, desire becomes steady, not frantic. Consistency doesn't dull attraction, it gives it somewhere to land. Oh, I love that. I have been in a romance forward move here for quite some time. I have found it incredibly interesting to go back in history and look at how they used to communicate love way back when, before all this technology. The love note, and it really was a finessed type letter that was over the top more times than not. I've heard so many times, you watch an old movie, maybe something, back in the 1800s or 1900s type movie or 1700s. And they're like, oh, man, love couldn't have been like that. It wasn't that over the top. It really was. It really was over the top. It was over the top. It was romantic. It was thoughtful. It was action first. Now, did everything have a great storybook beginning and ending? Of course not. But people really took care to let somebody else know how they felt. This whole bottling up of emotions and not reaching out to people we care about happened later. Later back in the gosh, the 60s and 70s, really? Oh, well, the 40s and 50s too. It was all about, keep your feelings inside or be a man or, just take care of the house for the woman. But now things are just different. Things are different now and things were different way back when. All right. But this brings us to our third dedication. It does. Can you believe it? We're zipping right through this stuff tonight. We're going to be coming up soon on our visualization. The soul connection part. That's one of my favorites. So, this next dedication came from Maya in Oregon. And they didn't leave a message, just from Maya in Oregon. And she requested that I play You and Me by Lifehouse. And I absolutely love this song. So, very excited to play it. Got to move my cats out of the way. But yes, that was You and Me from Lifehouse. Love, love, love that song and Lifehouse. Quiet days are the real test. Yes, anyone can stay during excitement when fun stuff is going on, right? But that's kind of uneasy when there's stillness. So few actually stick around. When someone chooses you in the ordinary, it feels extraordinary. And if you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me an emoji in the chat. How about a heart or two? And, if being chosen in stillness changed your definition of love, it might have. You don't know. All right. And we're coming up on the soulful connection part. Yes. In soulful connections, staying is an energetic commitment. Love that stays, it doesn't punish vulnerability. It doesn't disappear during discomfort. It doesn't require a consistent reassurance. It's emotionally regulated, it's grounded, it's available, and love that stays doesn't fluctuate with mood or convenience. It is consistent in presence. Oh, yes. So we're going to get going here in our visualization. If you've been here before with me, you know it's time for you to get comfy. This visualization is called Allowing Love to Stay. So I'd love for you to find a quiet, comfortable space where you can sit or lie down without being disturbed. Let your body settle naturally, supported by whatever is beneath you. If it feels right, place one hand on your heart and one on your belly as a gentle reminder that you are here and you are safe. Now take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold gently and exhale slowly through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold softly and exhale for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Letting your shoulders drop and your jaw loosen, your breath deepen. And one more time, let's inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and exhale for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Releasing the need to brace, to anticipate, to protect. Let your breath return to a natural, easy rhythm. Now, gently bring your awareness to your body. Notice the top of your head, your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. If you sense any tension, imagine it melting like snow warming in the sunlight. Let that ease move through your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Feel your chest gently rise and fall. Feel your belly soften. Let your back be supported. Your hips grow heavy. Your legs rest. Your feet relax. With every exhale, feel yourself becoming more grounded, more present, more at home with yourself. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine you are standing on a mountain path, high above the noise of the world. Around you is a lush, ancient forest, towering trees, soft moss beneath your feet, ferns gently unfolding. The air is crisp and clean. Each breath feels nourishing, steady, clarifying. You continue walking slowly until the trees begin to open, revealing a mountaintop clearing. From here, you can see far into the distance, rolling valleys, layered hills, the horizon stretching wide and open. The sun rests gently on your skin, warm, steady, non demanding. This place feels solid, enduring, unshakable. This mountaintop represents emotional steadiness, the part of you that doesn't rush, doesn't chase, doesn't collapse when love arrives. As you step fully into the clearing, You notice something ahead, a doorway of soft golden light, standing effortlessly at the center of a mountain. It doesn't pull you forward, it doesn't rush you, it simply waits. This doorway symbolizes a new choice, not chasing love, not preparing for its disappearance, but allowing love to stay. Place your hand on the doorway. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, step through. A gentle wave of calm moves through you, steady, grounding, safe. Nearby, resting on a smooth stone, is a heart shaped lantern, glowing with soft rose gold light. Lift the lantern into your hands. Feel its gentle weight. Notice how its light responds to your breath, brightening as you inhale, steadying as you exhale. You understand now, love doesn't need to be intense to be real. Love can be consistent. Bring the lantern close to your heart and repeat quietly, letting the words land softly. I am safe to receive love. I don't have to earn what is meant for me. I can let love stay. Love is allowed to be steady in my life. I am worthy of consistency. Now let the lantern dissolve into the warm light, settling into your heart. Feel the mountain beneath you, solid, supportive, reliable. Begin to notice your breath again, the surface beneath you, the sounds around you. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your shoulders gently. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Love can stay, and you can too. And there we go. Love can stay. The visualization for this week on Love Notes. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you allowed yourself to get away there a little bit and give yourself permission to allow love to stay. And now we're going to move forward a little bit to the romantic movie spotlight of the week. And this is Away We Go. This is back from 2009. This film explores love as partnership rather than a fantasy. It's about choosing one another while building a life. Imperfect, uncertain, and real. It reminds us that love that stays doesn't promise ease, it promises presence. And if you're joining me live here on TikTok, why don't you give me a heart or two if the partnership matters more than a fantasy? And this brings us to our final dedication of the evening. All right. And remember, please, if you'd like to make a dedication for next week, if you're listening to the podcast version, please go to the link below in the show's notes and make your dedication for next week. If you are joining me here live on TikTok, please go to my profile, click on the link. It'll take you to my link page. Second one down is the dedication page. Please click on that and submit your dedication for next week because I would love to say it for you. All right. And this last dedication tonight is from Hannah. And she says, with you, I don't wonder if you'll leave. Oh, how wonderful. It's not something that worries her. That's absolutely fantastic. And the song she wants me to play is I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz. Hopefully, I said his last name correctly. Well, that was Jason. I Won't Give Up. And I think that sounds like it's a remake. I seem to remember this song from the 70s. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it seems like it was a redo. A redo? A remix? Yes. Oh, goodness, a redo. This has been a long week for sure. But not wondering if someone will leave is one of the deepest forms of intimacy, I feel. When love stays, your nervous system, it relaxes. Your future opens and your body softens. That's wonderful, don't you think? I think so. But I hope you do too. And believe it or not, we're here at the end already. I can't believe it, but here we are. Tonight was all about honoring the love that stays. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's devoted. The love that stays doesn't need to be chased. It doesn't need to be tested. It doesn't need to prove itself. It's simply there. Thank you for sharing this time with me. And remember, if you'd like your dedication featured on a future episode, you can still submit it through the Passion Zone. You can go to Love Notes Unscripted on Substack and enter your dedication there. And of course, if you're listening to the podcast version, you've got the link below in the show's notes. So join me next Friday for Love Notes, where love slows down, settles in, and becomes something you can trust.